Public Affairs Unit. We appreciate you all coming out today. We want to talk about a series of robberies that have occurred over the last few months that have showed a very concerning pattern. Here to talk with you is Sergeant Rodney Jones with the Atlanta Police Department's Robbery Unit. We also have SPO King with the LGBT Liaison for the City of Atlanta Police Department, as well as Malik Brown, the Director of LGBTQ Affairs for the City of Atlanta. First up to speak with you will be Sergeant Rodney Jones, Robbery Unit.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Sergeant Rodney Jones with the Atlanta Police Robbery Unit. From February to May, we have had 8 instances where male victims were lured to remote locations by the use of the Grindr app. The suspect would use the Grindr app to exchange and identify victims, trying to lure them to a dating location. After the date concludes, the suspect would then rob the victim, often taking wallet, keys, or even vehicles. I want you to defer to the video that we're going to provide to you guys for the suspect description. The description entails a dark-complected African-American male. He's in his late teens, early 20s. He's approximately 5'11", 6 feet in height. Slim, but yet muscular build, with his hair 3 to 4 inches and small twists or dreads. We want to ask the public for any assistance or any victim who has been previously victimized to contact the Atlanta Police Robbery Unit. If you have any other information that can assist with the investigation, or if you wish to remain anonymous, please contact the Crime Stoppers. Any questions?
How many cases? Eight, you said?
Yes, sir. We have 8. It's been 8 incidents from February to May.
What's this remote location, or what's the similarity? Is it always the same spot? Or?
No, the spot mostly is in Zone 1. We have some in Zone 3 as well. It's a remote location near. The suspect typically takes them in a remote location within that area, in that vicinity, and then proceeds with the robbery.
But after the date?
After the date, yes, sir.
Is this person violent? Is it like an armed robbery?
It's an armed robbery. The person typically has a handgun, but they, on a normal date, and after the date concludes, they will just rob the person of their belongings.
And you think it is one suspect, or you're looking into if there could be other people involved?
So in the instances in Zone 1, we believe it's one suspect, not typically as violent with the date, but then it becomes violent after the fact. In Zone 3, we're dealing with possibly 2 or more suspects.
Can you talk more specifics about what leads up to the encounter and like on this app, I guess, and what could tip off more people that if they think they become a victim as well, like, or may have encountered this person online? What are they doing leading up to the encounter?
They just typically having a normal conversation with the person. They're asking about typical dating things. They're asking about their life. They're asking about just anything you do to get to know someone. However, the person is just talking to them and then take them off site, where we say off the app, where they'll try to have a regular conversation through text messages. And then at that time, they'll just schedule a date as if you was meeting somebody for the first time, and then they'll go ahead and rob that person after the date concludes.
Anything you think that links them that somebody should be watching out for, or like it's similar in each one? Or?
Right now, that's still sensitive. We can't go into specifics on that.
All right. Good. So next up, we're going to have SPO King, LGBT Liaison, and Officer Hayes.
Good afternoon. So, the utilization of social media apps and dating apps give people the ability to meet various amount of people, right? And so we want people to understand that there's multiple things that you can do, like the questions you asked, to avoid things that's going to happen, right? One of those things is find a partner or a friend that you trust, that you can notify when you're going to meet somebody, right? Meet at a grocery store, meet at a public place before you reconvene somewhere more intimate, right? We definitely want people to continue to feel like they have the support of the police department and everybody else in getting these people brought to justice. So we definitely want people to continue to do certain things, live their life, but be a little bit more cautious. The other thing is that listen to your inner voice. If you are trying to FaceTime somebody or get an address and they're kind of hesitant, they give you a location of a cemetery or someplace you don't know, take that as a sign. Get a physical address, get a name. Also ask your friends if they've seen this person before. We've all been catfished. It's not something that is a new area, but we definitely don't want people to continue to be victimized routinely by group of individuals. The other thing is that another safety tip, specifically, we've had a few of these happen some years ago, is that if you're picking somebody up, also you take control. You make the arrangements. Don't give them the ability to suggest where you're going to stop. We need to pick up somebody else and things like that. So you take ownership of what's going to happen so that you aren't giving them the ability to victimize you. Other thing is that if you feel like the things that have happened to you will put you in this category where you have been victimized through a social media app or a dating app, feel free to give us a call, LGBT Liaison Unit, myself, Hayes, or contact the mayor's office. Our number is 404-546-LGBT, and then we'll do everything we can to help you.
All right, and last up, we're going to have Major Price. She's the major over the CID division.
Good evening, everyone. On behalf of the City of Atlanta Police Department, my robbery unit, and the LGBT unit for the City of Atlanta, we would like to encourage anyone that have any information about these crimes to come forward. We treat everybody with dignity, and we just ask that we want to stop these crimes that's been done to our sometimes vulnerable population for the City of Atlanta. Thank you.
All right, does anyone have any further questions as it relates to these crimes?
Yes, one more for whoever would be the best person to ask. Just, your final plea to people that may be out there, other victims, and the message that you would want to send to people. Maybe they're hesitant to come forward. If you could just speak a little bit to that.
SPO King.
What's your first name?
Eric,
Eric. The C?
ERC, yes, sir. And what was your
So,
sorry?
sure, just your message to, potential victims who are out there who have not come forward. Understandably, this could be a sensitive subject for them. Maybe they
Right.
haven't come forward for whatever reason, but you need to hear from them to help solve this case, I'm sure. So what would you want people out there to know?
So first is find a friend or somebody that you trust, right? And they're more than welcome to come in to make a statement with you, as well as give us a call. We can meet you where you are. You don't have to call us and we re-victimize them by bringing out a police car or whatever. We will meet them where they are and do what's convenient for them to help get the information that we need to get whoever's doing this.
And you believe is a male suspect and these are male victims, and that's who they believe they're targeting specifically LGBT community?
Right now, that's their mode, is that they're using dating apps targeting LGBT individuals. That's why we were brought in.
Any other apps, or is it Grindr specifically that you've seen in these cases?
I don't know as of right now.
One moment, we're going to start.
So the primary app that they've been using in these instances has only been Grindr. That has been the only app that's been used in these cases.
And is it different profiles of the suspect? I mean, obviously there has to be like you said, mentioned the catfishing, but like there has to be a photo and people interacting with somebody.
Yeah. So it has been a commonality in the case where it's been one particular profile, but at this time I can't release that information due to the ongoing investigation.
Can I say something to that point really quick?
Oh, sure.
No, I was just going to say that typically what happens is people will randomly choose a picture, and then constantly you'll see somebody say, hey, this is not me posting. So they do it so frequently that people never know who actually kind of they're talking to. So it just happens. They just randomly pick somebody, and then until somebody reports it, they kind of continue doing the same thing. You just Google search a different image
And you think that's what legal would happen here?
in a lot of cases.
All right, guys, we appreciate you all coming out to speak about this. Again, it's something that is very concerning that we have been seeing. And again, we just would plead that anybody that has been victimized and has not come forward to please reach out to the Atlanta Police Department via the LGBT liaison, the robbery unit, or Crime Stoppers even. Again, we appreciate it and thank you.